Apologies for the creaking chair. So I've been thinking a lot lately about where I'm at in life right now and how I'm wanting to be better. And I've been starting to implement steps. I've got a vision in mind, and in between combining my love of music and my health goals, I realised something that I've probably learnt, I would say actually at the perfect time, which is, there's something else out there guiding us. And I've been feeling it more and more of late and seeing signs left, right, and centre. For years I've sought validation of others, always wanted somebody else's opinion, never trusted my own, and there's times when the work I've produced is not being good enough. There's no sugarcoating it. However, it's better to put something out there than have nothing. So the purpose of this video is, if I've managed to get someone to listen to it, is that where you're at right now is because you're meant to be here right now, and the only person who can ultimately change it is you, and trusting in the process that's leading you there. I've been reading more about self-help and understanding elements in life where I've went really weak, and being in medical school, it's funny enough, you are wherever your environment is. When I was in medical school, all I saw was sickness and illness and people on their last days in the worst state possible. And then funny enough, I would then see the same thing. I would only see bad mental health everywhere I go. Myself, I was suffering on a daily basis, pushing people away, and then medicating myself in the forms of alcohol, women, and drugs. Now, I'd be lying if I didn't have a good time on them, but then it's what I thought was a good time. So I can't have regrets because it gives me a story to tell people when they ask me why I'm doing what I'm doing. For a long time as well, I used to mumble quite a lot, I used to down quite a lot. I was a shell of a man, and I didn't recognize this person. And then eventually I found music. Music gave me some of the best friends I've ever had in life. It gave me a business opportunity, which is becoming more apparent to me that my skills can't quite execute it yet, which tells me two things. One, opportunities will present themselves. Two, sometimes you might not be ready, so it has to go away again. And I try to think, is it my fault? Is it their fault? Ultimately, but it really boils down to it's my fault. But there's a reason why it's my fault, and I'm starting to believe that God or whoever it is out there is telling me you're not ready yet. But you've had to fail to now start to reflect. And the whole process of becoming awakened is you start to regulate yourself better. And this journey that I had of failure has caused me to have a new home that I'm living in right now, better habits, and it's given me the bravery to put myself out there. I've recently been introduced to a new concept called the decision matrix. And it's quite interesting because it allows you to write down, what is going on, what your limiting belief is, and evidence to support why your limiting belief is wrong. And it helps contextualize and put things out. So there's that. That's really been quite a big turning point for me to put myself out there online. Now, I know right now this is just me ranting to a phone camera, but this is just the start. You know, I'd much rather put something out there that's shit, because the only thing I can do now is working and improve myself. And it's better to just put something out there, because sometimes you're just stuck in your own head and you're thinking, that's not good enough, that's not good enough, that's not good enough. Well, fuck that! You have to see the opportunity and put yourself out there. And, you know, I've recently been learning more about the concept of manifestation. And I remembered when I wanted to go to medical school, funny enough, I said to a doctor I wanted to be a doctor once at a time, and this was when I was 22 years old. Next year I was in college. 2 years later I was in University of Edinburgh. 4 years later I graduated with a 2-1. And 2 years after that I went to Dundee Medical School. But then instead of building upon that, my identity shifted and it changed. So I lost that, because my heart wasn't in, as people would say, but maybe it's just whoever was guiding me says, no, this isn't for you. But what did I get from that? I learned one thing, that is, when you believe in something strongly, doors will open. And I didn't realize that until genuinely the time of this posting. It's amazing how much you can do things once you start believing in it. And that the environment that you've got around you to support you. Now, there's elements of where I'm thinking, well, money's hard to make. But for me, I've always realized that I don't know anything about money. So I want to learn about money so I can actually use money properly. I've not really been able to secure myself long-term employment because I was at university, but I did learn to work in a team, and I have done sporadic jobs, and I have gigged on occasion as well. So I have got skills. I've learned to work with people. I also learned by reading out loud that I can improve my pronunciation and my communication. They're not perfect, I get that, but I'd much rather try again and put something out there, because frankly speaking, you either try or you die. I'd much rather live. I don't know about you, but I'd much rather live. So I'm giving myself over to whoever's guiding me now. I'm putting in the work to be a better man every day. I'm working hard on my speech. I'm working hard on my fitness and health. I'm learning about money, because frankly speaking, it's only hard if you don't understand. And that's what university taught me. Albeit it's gave me a lot of debt and a lot of things that I fucking wish it didn't give me. But what it did tell me is, if you need to learn something, you need to learn it. And if you learn it and you apply it, you tend to do success out of it. Although I just wish it didn't cost $2,000 a pop per year. But beggars can't be choosers. So all I'm saying is that when you feel that life is going against you, instead think, what am I to learn from this? When you learn something, as it goes into here, but let it go into here as well, and think about, what is the lesson I'm taking from this? Now, God or whoever it is that's guiding me gave me friends to teach me different things. It made me what I would call a bad person, to realize how evil can affect you. It gave me pain to show me what suffering is. And I'm starting to realize these are all lessons. So that means that when the time comes, I can go out there and be much better, because I've walked the shoes of people who are all in different avenues of life. Now, I want children. I want a beautiful wife. I want money. I want power, I want responsibility, and I want respect. They need to be earned, I know that, and I have little to no knowledge right now. But this is what I'm fixing. And this is my statement of intention to the universe or to anyone out there, that I'm going to be a better man. I surrender myself to whatever path is guiding me. And all I'm saying finally is that if you have an inclination or a feeling that there's a higher calling for you, go for it. You never know what's out there. But I'm hoping that maybe some of my words has resonated with you at the very least. Anyway, I'm going to sign off for now. Love you guys, leave you guys. Whoever's watched this and you've managed to stay with me to the very end, thank you. The videos will improve, but so will I. Until then, full blessings and love.